Now what you just saw was pretty much what you'd expect from a car like the Thar, which essentially needs mud and dirt and dust to survive. But it's a bit of a hayseed in the city. And if you do want to experience the great outdoors without the sweat and the stained trousers, may I present the Mercedes GL.
Seeing the three-pointed star on any car gives you certain expectations, especially those of civility and refinement. But sometimes some deride luxury SUVs as being soft roaders. Now in most cases that is true. No one would spend about 80 lakhs to buy a car like the GL350 and then take it out in the mud. But then sometimes you've got to do what you've got to do. And it's interesting to know that if the road ends and the mud begins, this genteel Mercedes SUV will handle pretty much what you throw at it. This is how the 1% off-roads.
Now before we show you off-roading Gangnam style, we need to tell you what's under the hood. A 3-litre diesel V6 putting out 258 bhp, which is impressive by itself, bolstered by 630 staggering Newton meters of torque.
Because however capable the four-wheel drive is, if you're going to claw your way through the mud, nothing beats pure horsepower, and even more than horsepower, what you need is torque. And that's where the 630 newtons of the GL350 shine through. If you're going to pull yourself out of a sticky situation, that's what you're going to need. That and all-wheel drive with the GL has standard. Now, truth be told, considering the price and the purpose, rather than being an off-roader that could be civil, the GL350 is a street car that can go off-road. But for doing that, you're going to need a bit of kit. Good thing then that Mercedes provides.
Plus, you've got enough kit in here to attack and defeat the world's dustiest place, if attacking and defeating the world's dustiest place ever caught your fancy. You can, if you want, lock the central and rear differentials, and you've also got adjustable ride height. What that means is that if you ever come across a large rock or log that you just want to drive over, but don't want to worry about soiling your underbody, push a button and the GL lifts up its ground clearance by about 300 millimeters. Cross rivers up to depths of 50 centimeters, go up 33-degree inclines, and here's something I found interesting. This car will tip over only after listing 35 degrees. Then there is the hill descent function and the ESP program designed for off-road driving.
You've got ABS or anti-lock brakes as standard, of course. There's DSR or downhill speed regulation to control how quickly you can go downhill. For proper grip, the car has 4MATIC, an all-time four-wheel drive system. And then there's ESP or the electronic stability program to help as well. Now with all that technology and a ton of comfort, the GL350 doesn't come cheap. If you want one of these, it costs you about 72.5 lakh rupees ex-showroom. Of course, the GL isn't really a real off-roader like, say, the Jeep Rubicon, but think of it instead as a really posh extreme on-roader. If you want to do things in style, this is how you do it.